Welcome to yet another educative and informative episode at Business Reality with Adeni Ishuremi. My goal is to help you achieve success in agribusiness and to ensure that you get stability and value for every second you spend listening to any of my episodes. Do not forget to follow me on Spotify and YouTube to get more episodes or follow my website adenishuremi.com.ng to get access to my newsletters. I'm hoping that at the end of this episode, you're going to be getting value for every second you spend here. I'm grateful for your support and I expect more support. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoying the episode. Yes, today, right? And it's a very important day as today we'll be looking at the marketing and sales episode or secrets within the series we've been running. Don't venture into agribusiness without the secrets, right? Without 7 secrets. And we've been talking about this like every week for the past 7 weeks, where we've got this list of 10 secrets that you need to know, starting from the farming secrets, then we have agri-tech, then we've got the input provision secret, and then we've got the agri-finance secret, and then we've got other secrets, right? We've talked about them all. Farming, input, agri-tech, processing and value addition, then of course agri-finance secrets. Now today we're talking about the 6th secret, which is marketing and sales secret. It's a very, very key secret that you just have to understand. Except you do, you just may not succeed with even having known all the overall secrets. Now, I believe this is the most strategic secrets you have to know. And why I said that is because it doesn't matter what other value chain microsector you select, right? If you don't understand the concept and the principles surrounding the marketing and sales secrets, you just may not succeed way into the sector long enough to make an impact in the sector. And that's just the honest truth as much as possible. So even the last secret we'll be looking at, which has to do with the export imports secret, right? Even that being the last secret we'll be looking at, the truth there, except you, right, understand the principles of marketing and sales secrets, even that in itself might not thrive, right? So it's very important that you understand this particular secret a whole lot, like in as much clearer tone or in the clearest way possible for yourself and for your business is very, very much important. Now that I've already made a case for the relevance and the value side of this particular secret, now let's get into it, right? So the first thing we'll be looking at there is what is marketing, right? In agribusiness, right? So what's marketing agribusiness? Now, marketing is more of an awareness game, right? Marketing is your ability to communicate what you do and how you do it, or what you're offering to your audience. It's an awareness game where you communicate everything you're doing much as an information, right? So except people know you exist, nobody will even know how to deal with you. So how do people know you exist? You do that in a couple of ways. You have flyers, you share, word of mouth. You could have it as referral. You could have it as, how will I call it? You can have it in bills. You could have it in billboards. You could have it in many ways, right? The summit there is an awareness game, as I said. It's an awareness game that you want to make sure that you have a good hand over so that people are able to understand and know you. It's who they know they will interact with. Whether it's a quiet awareness or a loud awareness, the summary there is that it's all about awareness and is the key as much as possible. So if you want to talk about marketing and agribusiness, it talks about how your agricultural business is being put in the face of your consumers, those that were buying what you're doing, or those you projected should be buying what you're doing, right? Into farming, even the tech side, service, whatever it is you're into, those that were buying into that thing that you're offering, right? They are your consumers. So how do you make them aware that you even exist in the first place? Not to talk about them doing businesses with you, right? Now, having pointed that out clearly, now, so let's now look at the sales part, because you see, marketing and sales are two sides of a coin, the same coin, and you want to make sure that the two coin works for you because one cannot work without the other, right? So now that we've now understood marketing or agribusiness side of the coin, right? Let's understand sales in agribusiness side of the coin. So what is sales in agribusiness? It's your ability to convert an interested person you marketed to into buying, actively buying what you're doing, right? Now, it's one thing for you to tell them that you exist. It's another thing for you to tell them to buy, right? A lot of people don't have issues with just getting to know you or having knowledge of your existence. A lot of people don't have issues with that. They start having issues when you start compelling them to buy, right? Because when you compel people to buy things, like, for example, you want to compel someone to buy lettuce, right? Now, the question there is lettuce the item the person is looking for, right? You don't mind if he buys the lettuce because, of course, you make sales, whether or not lettuce is what that person wants or not. So, of course, the concept of sales is based on the fact that you have to be able to convince someone to buy into that which you are marketing, which you're putting the awareness in their front and helping them get accustomed to. Now, that's the concept of sales in agribusiness as much as possible. And that is the end goal. It's also the one that determines the lifeblood of every business, which is cash, which is money. You see, the cash is king, money is king. Now, sales in a long way helps put that in perspective. And you see, there's no sustainable business out there without a good sales campaign going on. So there's the marketing campaign, there's a sales campaign. You may wonder, what are the differences between a marketing campaign and a sales campaign? You see, when you're going for a marketing campaign, the goal is to ensure that you gather the maximum awareness of your products as much as you want, right? Maybe you want a region to know you in its entirety. You want them just to know about you as a brand. So you want them to know that, okay, your agricultural product is a brand that everybody at least can tell that, okay, yeah, I know them and them. Even if they don't entirely know the full details of that which you do, but you want them to just know that you exist and you're in the sector, you're in the agricultural sector, then that works. You can streamline it, be more dedicated, be more targeted in how they get to know you. Yes, you can fine tune all that, but the summary there is they know you exist, and they can acknowledge that there's a company or there's a business known by that name. Now that the awareness part of the whole equation is sorted, now that's a campaign. How do you now run an effective one? How do you create and run an effective one? It starts with one, looking at your budget and then looking at what you want to achieve and then drafting your plans to match that which you want to achieve. Now, there's also something they call the sales campaign, right? It's a campaign where you go after those you've marketed to with the strong intent of causing them to commit themselves into your business, commit themselves into what you're trying to sell, commit themselves to your cause, right? Because if people buy into you, they can't buy into your business. So it's very, very important that you get them to buy into your personality so they can buy into your business. And then you can at least strive and succeed from that system as well, right? So that's a marketing campaign. So now, how to set up a good marketing campaign and how to set up a good sales campaign? You see, when you want to start a good market campaign, what matters, as I said earlier, is what the end goal is, right? You need to be clear with the results you want to see. This is I'm someone that believes that marketing and sales are spiritual. Yes, it may be tacky, it may sound funny, but that's how I see it. It's spiritual. And why I say spiritual is because when you're drafting your marketing campaign, you need to be able to visualize the outcome of that campaign from the beginning. So, in what way do you want people to know, and to what details extent are you satisfied with the details of what they know, right? And it is based on that you design your flyer, you design your print, you do your billboard, everything. It is based on that thought. As you're putting it out there, that thought is what is underneath it. So it is spiritual because you have to connect with that which you're trying to achieve so much that without even explain, people get immersed in it. And it's an immersion experience, right? And you want that for your marketing campaign. Now, the sales campaign, on the other hand, is you want them to visualize them having that product and all the things it can do for them. And then you now build a strength, a process, a system, a funnel approach, and a tripwire that allows you to achieve that which you've envisioned in the space of your mind or the back of your mind. It is very, very key as much as possible. And that's how I set up a marketing access campaign. Now, every other thing you put in this campaign, as long as it is based on what you visualized for that business and what you visualize for the sales you're expecting. As long as those are every plan you make from that standpoint becomes a strong marketing campaign, sales campaign. Now I would have given you a standard list of what those campaigns should look like, but it's beyond the scope of this conversation. And to be candid, no two businesses is going to have the same candid or marketing campaign process or strategies. Every business have the unique approach to how they do their marketing campaign and their sales campaign. Now, what are the secrets about marketing, right? As a sub part of this, as one part of the coin of this conversation, right? So you see, marketing is not about sales; it's about awareness. And the moment you start going beyond it, you're already losing the focus of what marketing should do, right? And market that's number one secret, right? And it's number two secret is that it's a platform derivative success. So what I mean platform derivative success, it means the platform you choose as your marketing channels determine a lot the success, the level of success that you're going to eventually have. So there are some businesses that thrive better in places like Telegram, right? Now they might not be suited for WhatsApp, but they thrive in Telegram. And there are some that are vice versa. They thrive in WhatsApp and not Telegram. While there are some that thrive on Instagram and not Facebook, or Facebook and not Instagram. There are those that thrive on Twitter, but doesn't thrive on LinkedIn, and then there's one that likes LinkedIn and doesn't like Twitter. So these are all the ways that you need to understand your platform. It's something that determines your overall marketing success. Except it is carefully and cautiously accounted for, there are no success to be made in the system. And it's something that wants to be you definitely want to put correction on. That's the second secret. The third secret is that it is a momentary action, right? So it's not built to place long-term impression on your audience. What you want to achieve is awareness at all costs. And once that has been achieved, there are not a lot of messages crammed up into your processes and your strategies and your actions, right? They are just supposed to leave a brief moment print that can be recollected later, but not necessarily mean so much or being like a conceptualization in itself to your audience, right? It is momentary in itself, right? And it's also short-lived. That's the fourth. It's short-lived. It happens with a limited number of time and then it's out. And if you don't have a consistent marketing plan, you can lose people that have actually seen you before, right? Those are secrets about marketing that you don't want to trivialize. And the marketing budgets are, of course, number five is that it is always more affordable compared to sales budgets, right? Sales budgets. It's always cheaper than sales budgets. And these are five secrets of marketing that you can take. So if you want to also know marketing, you can always use the income messages or the comment section to always communicate that which you're looking forward to. Now, the second secret is about sales, right? Sales secret is the next thing you want to look about. It's not just about the awareness, it's primarily about conversion, right? So how many people are you able to convert on that particular thing that you're on? Now, another thing you have to know is another secret you have to know is that sales campaign is heavily dependent on marketing campaign, right? So you can get almost 2,000 people to know about your product, but then in terms of say you might not sell to more than 2 or 5 people from that 1,000 or 2,000 that is now aware of the product. So it's heavily sales dependent because it kind of like serve as the cushion effect for when the sales start taking place. So you've never reached out to a group of people, but then all of a sudden you just want to start selling to them. It doesn't work. They're going to think you're creepy, right? But you've been making awareness ahead of time. The day you now eventually want to sell, they start saying things like, "Oh, I know that company that reached out last 2 weeks, or that we're doing that banner out there, and people were dancing. I know that company. Oh yes, we are. We're just hoping to look into whether or not you want to get this thing for yourself. It matters in agricultural business, like quite general businesses. You want to make sure that you have that pre-marketing ground before you put on sales, and that's the secret you need to know. First one is not about just awareness. It's largely about conversion, right? It is almost permanent, right? That's the third secret. It is almost a semi-permanent situation. Why did I say this? Okay, it's simple. You see, when you bring in clients into your sales funnel, right, and they eventually buy from you, then the next thing is you're going to customer management journey where you see customer satisfaction, customer appeal, all those things. Now that customer management section, that is the next part. So they're going to be with you, and you want to make sure that you get as much value from them as possible. Something they call the customer lifetime value. You want to have them to buy until you've sold everything you can sell to them, and then you've gotten so much everything you can get from them as much as possible. So that's it's about um um the third secret. It is almost permanent, as I said. Now, it determines the overall health and survival of the company. That's the first secret. It determines, you see, sales determines the overall success of the company. Without a good sales life, the company is just 2 seconds from destruction. It's just one or two good period from failure, right? So, except your sales life can be interesting, vibrant, and continuous and recurrent, right? You are not likely to see a successful outcome in the end. And that's very, very key, particularly for businesses, because you want to make sure that your sales are continuing. So you want to, of course, build that. Now, the last secret you want to know about sales is that two-thirds of businesses, young businesses, do not have a quality sales process. And that's why those that have it tend to move faster in the business world as opposed to those that don't. So it's very, very important that there are processes in place to ensure that businesses are able to get a good sales going on. So I've mentioned 5 secrets, both on the marketing and sales side of things. But then on a general note, sales, marketing and sales is the prerequisite to the lifeblood of every business. The lifeblood of every business, as I said, is cash. Cash is king. Money is king. The lifeblood of every business is cash and money. Except you have it, a business is dead. And the prerequisite to having that, it's actually your marketing and sales. How good your marketing and sales is speaks to a larger statement of how well you will fare in that business. You could have something that is not quality, but due to the fact that you have a solid sales and marketing and sales process, non-quality products could thrive and go ahead and above. And that's how it is. And in the agriculture sector, there is no difference. In the agriculture sector, it is no different. Whether you're into product or service, you have to have a very solid marketing and sales processes, from understanding what they mean and differentiating them to this campaign, setting up a structural marketing campaign or sales campaign, and it's very, very key. Except you can do this, then as I said, your business is not likely to thrive for long, right? So you don't have this done, of course, reach out to us. We'll try to look into your business together with you and ensure that you're able to get the best out of this particular ways of dealing with your business. Of course, the next time we'll be seeing, which will be the last episode for this, which would also double as our export and import secret session. I can't even wait for that time to come. So we could share so much knowledge around export and imports, but like in the agriculture sector, as they build a lot of people and make them comfortable in a very, very relatively short time as much as possible. With that, I'll say thank you so much. That is it. See you next time. Thank you so much for listening to this episode. We hope, particularly high, that you've been able to get something concrete from this episode. Do not just listen to my episode, but take value with it. And once you take value, you're certain to succeed. The difference between you and the person that doesn't take steps is that you take step and you're guaranteed of a result, and that result becomes your success. And I will be here to listen to all you have to say as regarding the steps you've taken and the result you've gotten. Follow me across social media handles: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and every other part, or better still, search my name on Google and you'll get so many access to my content. And also ensure that you follow my podcast for more informative sessions. Thanks so much for your time. I can't wait to have you again. Have a wonderful day.